You need this champion. I needed this champion. Everybody needs this champion. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am Felrus, sailing the seas of Raid Shadow Legends, here to tell you about one of my favorite epic champions of all time from the Skinwalkers faction. It is going to be my guy, Yuzan the Marooned. Now, Yuzan is a fantastic champion. We're going to go over his kit. We're going to go over how I built him. And he has quickly become one of my favorite epics that I have on my account. He was a fragment epic for Lysanthier Beastbane, so a lot of you probably have him because a lot of you didn't go for that fusion. I'm telling you that you should probably build this guy up if you're struggling in Faction Wars, or if you just want a fun epic champion to play with. Hey you, stop right there. Click the link in the description below to get a free Corrado, as well as Fane, Ugo, and Vergus as you level up your account in Raid. Here's exactly how to do it. Log out of Flareon Play on PC and uninstall. Click the link in the description below and register with a brand new email. Log in and complete the tutorial. You'll find Corrado in your inbox, as well as Fane, Ugo, and Vergus as you level up. If you're looking for a great start in Raid, this is your chance. Make sure you get your free Corrado as well as 3 free epics by clicking my link right away. So on his A1, Hammerhorn, he attacks one enemy, transfers a random debuff from this champion to the target, heals this champion by 10% of their max HP. Now, he is HP based, so he's nice and tanky. He's going to give himself a nice juicy heal there. It's very similar to Korugar's A1. So Korugar Deathbell, also an HP based champion. He is one of my favorite champions I have on my account. He attacks one enemy and heals this champion by 10% of their max HP. So Yuzan actually has a slightly better A1, transferring debuffs. We do want a little bit of accuracy on him for that. Right? Alright, so on his A2, Thundering Charge, he attacks all enemies, has a 75% chance of removing 2 random buffs from all enemies, heals this champion by 10% of their max HP for each buff removed by this skill. Heals this champion. So he's going to heal himself, he's going to remove 2 random buffs from all enemies, which is really, really solid. In Faction Wars, you often come across champions that have AoE block damage, AoE unkillable, something like that, that really messes up your team and makes you just wait for an eternity. So this is super, super helpful. It does book to 100% chance on a 3-turn cooldown. So there you go. That problem is solved by this champion. All right, on his A3, Good Luck Charm, on a 4-turn cooldown fully booked, removes 1 random debuff from all allies, heals all allies by 20% of this champion's max HP, and places a block debuffs buff on all allies for 2 turns. That, once again, is on a 4-turn cooldown fully booked. So he's got a heal on everybody, including himself. He has a single debuff cleanse, which is fantastic, and a 2-turn block debuffs. 2-turn block debuffs is really hard to find on a lot of champions, including legendaries. So, you know, that is absolutely fantastic. And then his passive here is probably one of the best parts about his kit. Whenever this champion heals themselves using a skill, also heals all allies by 20% of any surplus heal. So we've got the A1 healing by 10%. We've got the A2, yeah, healing by 10% for each buff removed. And we have the A3 healing by 20%. And all of that, as long as he's fully healthy, is going to carry over to the rest of the squad. So who else are we going to run him with? We're going to go ahead and attempt to beat the final boss of Skinwalkers Faction Wars. I'm almost done with the faction and everything. We're running him alongside Akemptum, Sun Wukong, Cleopteryx, and Hoffreeze. So Hoffreeze is going to be our reviver here. It revives 2 random allies with 50% HP and fills their turn meters by 50%. After the revival, places a 25% strengthen buff on all allies for 2 turns. Also has increased attack and increased crit rate, and then a small chance to stun on the A1 on a double hitter. So Hoffreeze is going to be built in our regen set, and also in a frostbite set, just for a 10% chance to place a freeze debuff on the attacker. He is going to come in at 217 speed here. Less HP than I'd like, less defense than I'd like, but, you know, he is relatively, you know, the best reviver that I've got for the faction. So he has worked so far. He will work now. Here we go. Here we go. All right, let's see. We're going to go in with the A1. We want to save the active skills. That's super important in Faction Wars. You want to save your active skills for when you actually need them. So for that reason, we're going to... And we really want to monitor our uses, right? We really want to monitor our uses. So we fear everybody. That's good. We're going to go in with a Thundering Charge just for some extra damage. If I was to put masteries on this guy, and I haven't yet, I would go with War Master. Unless you're building him for damage. He does seem like he can do a bit of damage. So I would definitely say go War Master for PvE, and if you just want to do a fun Yuzan build, go with Helm Smasher. I don't think it's the best, but I don't think it's the worst either. All right, let's see. Come on. Wukong's dead, but that's fine. I want to revive. We unfortunately revived the Wukong. That kind of sucks because Wukong will self-revive, so, you know, it's not the greatest thing in the world. And then we still have to wait another like 7 turns or something to revive a Kemptum, so it's not great. But Hofri's staying nice and healed up with that regen set that we just put on him. So hopefully that'll work for this boss. Now, I do need to farm a lot more regen gear. I took a lot of gear off my Dur the Hungerer, who is my demon spawn reviver. So, you know, that's maybe not ideal. But, you know, it is what it is. All right, here we go. Let's go with increase attack. Let's go with, you know what? Let's go with the A2 there. Nice. Absolutely deleting that wave. Didn't think that Wukong could do that, to be fully honest, but here we are. Okay, so let's see. Man, we're still a ways away from that revive. Is an absolute monster, right? There we go. Now, this is the boss that will swap HP, so we want to be careful of that. Let's see. There, the leech on everybody. We're going to go with the A1 from the... Let's heal. Let's cleanse and heal. That would be awesome. We gotta... Okay, 1 turn cooldown remaining on that revive. We should be fine. We should be absolutely fine here. Stun debuff placed by the Wukong. We do have Wukong built with accuracy for this. It'll be really good. We're not too worried about everybody being dead just yet. Here we go. We've got the revive. We're going to go in with that A2 sweet stuff, and then we're going to go in with poisons from... That'll be really helpful as well. Does that one buff? I'm not sure if he buffs. So we're going to go in A1 for the heals. Helps everybody out a little bit. Here we go. Okay, so then we're going to go in with a Hex. Awesome. Once the allies are dead, they are dead forever. We don't need to worry about them anymore. So we might as well just finish them off, I think. Again, we have to wait another 5 turns to reset the cooldown of Hofri's there. So let's see. Okay, so yeah, heal. Perfect. Good heal. Oh, man. That sucks. Okay. 4 turns left. We're not going to use any of Wukong's big skills because we want to be able to have everybody alive when we kill this boss. You know, actually, let's use that one big skill. Let's use that one. Let's not use any of the others, though. Here we go. Okay. We got feared. Should be okay. Yeah, should be all right. So now we kind of want to kill as fast as possible. Well, yeah, we want to kill as fast as possible so that we don't die before the boss kills us. He will swap HP, so we do have to worry about that. All right, here we go. We're going to go in and revive. I did save Yuzan's A3, so here we go. Perfect. Fully healing everybody. That's what we like to see. There we go. Cleo going in, and we're nice. We're looking nice. We're looking good. Perfect. If the boss gets another turn, he's going to swap HP with us, and then we're going to have to do this all again, so let's try to poison him to death. Okay, so he didn't swap HP, which means that this should be our shot right here. That should be it. Bam! The final boss in Faction Wars cleared using Yuzan the Marooned. As you can see, he's putting out 347k in healing. This guy is an absolute monster, an absolute unit of a champion. As you can see, like we have champs here who are at level 50, right? We have 3 champs. There are only 2 60s on the entire team, but Yuzan with his healing and Hofri's with the revive is just keeping everybody nice and healthy. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. I have been Felrus, sailing the seas of Raid Shadow Legends. Let me know how Yuzan has affected your account. I will see you in another video.